welcome your host on Wipeout, Paul Daniels.
Wipeout. I give the answers, now players have to tell me if they're right answers or they're wrong answers. Right ones put money in the bank. Wrong wipes it out again. There's cash and there's mystery prizes on the way to somebody going for the big one of our super holidays. Paul Gilks from Cambridge works for a building society. He's married to Ginny with a young son. He met his wife at her teacher training college. Where there were 8 women to every man and the beer was cheap. Grand life. Diane Bailey is a receptionist from Warwick. She's married to Robin. Despite him playing 18 holes of golf on the morning of the wedding, she's the mother of twin boys, despite the 18 holes on the morning of the wedding, and she plays the spoons very badly. Robert Mamoa, originally from Ghana, now lives in Newcastle upon Tyne with his wife and children. He's a PhD student in chemistry and saw his wife on television, decided she was beautiful, so married her 4 years ago. It's time to play Wipeout. The first subject is misnamed. What are the answers? There are 16 answers on the board. 11 are the ones you're looking for. 5 are incorrect. So the first correct answer that you give me is worth £10, the second is worth £20, the third is £30, and so on. If you were to go right across the grid with correct answers, you could win £660 on this one grid alone. If you pick a wrong answer, you lose everything in the bank that you've won so far. Paul is going to try to name a misnamed item.
Indian ink, please, Paul.
Indian ink. Is it misnamed?
Spanish sherry, please.
Spanish sherry, is that misnamed? No. And that's a perfect example of how to play Wipeout, you see. You win it, and then you give me it back again. Spanish sherry is not misnamed because only sherry from Spain can truly be called sherry. Diane.
Catgut, Paul.
Catgut. Yes, it is.
Peanuts.
Are peanuts misnamed? Play it or pass it.
China tea.
China tea, is that misnamed? China tea comes from China. Robert?
Pencil lead.
Is that misnamed? Yes, it's not lead at all, it's graphite.
American Indian.
Was he misnamed? Yes, he was. There are 6 correct answers still up there and 3 wipeouts.
I'll pass.
And you're passing to Paul.
Rice paper, please.
Rice paper does not come from rice.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup? You're in a rut, you aren't you?
I am, yes.
Yeah, take it and give it back.
Cleopatra's needle.
Cleopatra's needle. Nothing at all to do with Cleopatra. £80 to come on the next answer.
Isle of Portland.
The Isle of Portland is a peninsula.
Koala bear.
Koala bear. It's misnamed. It's not a bear, it is a marsupial.
Blind worm.
A blind worm.
I'm on a roll, I think.
You're on a roll.
So I'm going to pass.
Roll on down to Robin. And you've got an answer coming up that's worth £110. There's 1 correct answer left.
Bordeaux claret.
Bordeaux claret? Right, that £90 out. So, Paul, can you find the £110 answer?
Frankfurter, Paul.
Frankfurter. Wipeout! Oh! Paul, that's a wipeout, but it is a mystery prize. They go sometimes behind the goodies, sometimes behind the baddies. And this time you got behind the wipeout, so I have for you a special offer. 1 Frankfurter, all right? No money, but a Frankfurter for you, dear boy. Do you want anything there?
Thank you, Paul.
Yes.
But smoke it, or...
I don't care what you do with it, son, yeah. Well, actually, I do care. Well, that's a stupid thing to say. I do care, yes, I do, yes. Righto. What do we have left? We had the Bayeux tapestry, which is not a tapestry. It is an embroidery, all right, so it's misnamed. Diane, you're in the lead with £340 in the bank. Second grid is all about Bond villains. OK? These are the answers. Paul, which of those have appeared as villains in the series of James Bond films? There are 11 baddies.
Blofeld.
Blofeld. Is it? Yes.
Odd job, please, Paul.
Odd job, which is what I'm doing here. Yes.
Scaramanga.
Scaramanga.
I'll have Hugo Drax.
Hugo Drax. Sounded like a bad guy, didn't he? Yes, in Moonraker.
Max Zorin.
Max Zorin. It sounds like a pill. Oop, no, View to Kill.
Jaws.
Jaws. Yes.
Mr. Big.
Mr. Big. People are always confusing me with him. Live and Let Die. You're up to £280. Next one's worth £80.
I'll go for Largo.
Largo.
I'll pass, please.
Oh, it's me. Oh, right. General Orlov.
General Orlov. Yes. In Octopussy. So, you've got £430 in the bank.
And I'm going to pass.
Robert, your chance to win £100 if you can name one of the two villains still left on the board.
Kerim Bey.
Kerim Bey. No. Paul.
Rosa Klebb, please.
Rosa Klebb. Yes, From Russia with Love. You're £460, Paul.
Pass, please.
Who's the villain?
Oh, VJ.
If VJ is the villain, you have got £540. Is it?
General Pushkin.
General Pushkin. In Living Daylights, he was a goodie. Paul, the odds are 2 to 1 against you at the moment. You have £460 at stake.
Tiger Tanaka.
Tiger Tanaka. Secret Service man in You Only Live Twice.
Christatos.
Answer the question. Is Christatos a baddie or a goodie? Yes.
Our winner will be able to enjoy the coffee of their choice anytime with this top-of-the-range espresso coffee maker.
Let's have another round. Final subject is... never had a #1 hit. Look at the answers. By the end of 1993, only 5 of those artists had ever had a #1 hit. What I want you to tell me is the 11 that never had a #1 hit in the BBC record charts.
The Who, please.
The Who. Correct answer. They had 14 top 10 hits and never a #1.
The Sex Pistols.
The Sex Pistols.
Squeeze, please.
Squeeze. 3 top 10 hits.
Max Bygraves.
Max Bygrave.
Dire Straits.
Dire Straits had 5 top 10 hits.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow.
Ultravox.
Ultravox. Did they have a #1? No, they had 3 top 10 hits though.
Elton John.
Did Elton John ever have a #1 hit? Yes, he did. Elton John had a #1 with Sacrifice in 1990, and all the money's gone again, Paul. Di, that means it's your turn.
The Stranglers, Paul.
The Stranglers, did they ever have a #1 hit? Nope, they had 7 top 10 hits.
I'm going to pass.
Robert.
I'll go for Timmy Mallet.
Timmy Mallet. I've got an itsy-weeny, teeny-weeny, yellow polka-dot bikini. Now, there we are, Robert, that's for you. There we are. You'll be so wild in that down there, you know. I tell you. Grief. I'm glad I'm not wearing it. Well, where are we, Robert? We have 3 wipeouts left on the board.
The Carpenters, please.
The Carpenters.
Des O'Connor, Paul.
Did Des O'Connor ever have a #1 hit? Yes, he did. despite all the jokes, Desi was there. I Pretend in 1968. Die. There are two right, two wrong.
Tina Turner.
Did Tina Turner ever have a #1 hit?
Pass, please.
Pass to Robert. Robert, this is worth £110.
I'll go for Ken Dodd.
Did Ken Dodd have a #1 hit? By Jove, he did, missus. Yes, he did, missus. It was tears, you know. He's been crying all the way at the bank ever since. 1965 it was, yes. All right, Paul, you're on your own with this one.
Jimmy Young.
He had the #1 hit, Unchanged Melody, in 1955, leaving Terry Wogan, who got to 21 with the floral dance. And that's not bad. That's a fairly high score for a fellow who's got no voice. The grid is over, and I have to say that Di will be going through, because you got £290, all right, and Paul will be going through because you had the most correct answers. 19 answers right. So, Robert, we say goodbye to you. You are not going away empty-handed, not just wearing, as you travel through Shepherd's Bush, the polka-dot bikini, but also the Wipeout paperweight. There it is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Everybody's very excited about that. Gosh. So, thanks for playing, Robert. And you guys, we're going on to play the Wipeout auction. Let me point out, Di, that you cannot lose the £290. That's yours. Now we change the rules a little bit. There are only 12 answers, and we're going to have a Wipeout auction. So let's see the subject before you, Di, bid for the grid. Initially, a writer. These are the answers. Well, that means a lot to you, doesn't it? Yeah. Di, you have the right to bid or to pass the first bid to Paul. That's your right. Many writers are only known by their initials and their surname. Now, in the grid, 8 people are famous as writers, and those initials are associated with a surname. You may bid or pass the bid to Paul.
4.
It's a bid of 4 from Di. Paul, the only way you can take over control of this grid is to bid 5 or more, up to 8, of course.
5, please, Paul.
5.
6.
Paul.
Please be my guest.
Damn. Shall I just say the TS? Shall I just say the initial?
TS, you don't have to give me the other. You think TS are the initials of a famous writer, yes?
Yes. PD.
PD.
AA.
AA. AA.
Milne.
You don't get an extra for it, but you're doing really well, yes.
DH.
DH. Lawrence, yes.
HG.
HG. Yes, who was it?
Wells.
Yeah, very good. H.G. Wells.
PG.
PG. Yes. PG Wipeouts. That's going great. Now let's see, who were the Wipeouts? Yes, now the bidding flips across to Paul, and it's time for the second Wipeout subject. Incorrect plurals. The answers are... Now, you have to find the 8 incorrect plurals on the grid. You can make a bid, Paul, or pass the bid to Di.
5, please, Paul.
Bidding 5. 5 incorrect plurals.
No, you go for it. I'm
All right.
I'm not.
Paul, you need this grid to stay in the game.
Wolves.
Wolves is wolves. You could not dance with wolves.
Oxes.
Oxes. Oxen is the plural of ox.
Mongoose.
Mongoose. Plural is mongooses.
Titmouses.
Said very carefully.
I thought about that one.
Titmouses are titmice.
I'm trying to find one I can pronounce.
You can point to it.
Mooses.
Mooses. Okay, what are the wipeouts? It is now 1 grid all. Excellent. And the bidding was opened last time by Paul. Goes back to Di for this final wipeout auction. What's the subject? Composers. Let's see the answers. Look at those. Di. 8 of those composers were alive between the years 1800 and 1899. You've got to tell me which ones were alive between the years 1800 and 1899.
Oh, that's a tough one. Because I've no idea.
You're safe, neither has Paul.
3. You know, I could have a good guess at 3.
She's good guessing at 3, Paul.
4.
Be my guest.
Thank you.
Paul, you have said that you think you can find 4 composers who were alive between the years 1800 and 1899. First one is?
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. If he was alive between 1800 and 1899, you only have 3 more to find. Di.
Paul.
You have to find one that was alive between 1800 and 1899 to go on and play for the holiday.
Antonio Vivaldi.
Antonio Vivaldi. Antonio Vivaldi was alive from 1678 to 1741.
The chances are better now.
Paul, you have to find one composer. There are now 2 wipeouts left.
Can somebody tell me how to pronounce it? The long one beginning with T, Paul, please.
Are you talking about Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky?
That's the one.
All right. Choices. Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. Okay, what are the wipeouts? Yes, look at those. Di, you've got an espresso coffee maker, £290, not a bad deal. Thanks for playing. You really did play the game very, very well. So, as a special bonus, I'm going to give you a wipeout paperweight. I knew you'd be excited by that. I really did. And Paul, you and I, well, you've wiped out the opposition, not me, so you're going to play our final exciting round, and you've got a minute to win it.
Our Wipeout Star Prize is a superb trip to Florida, the Sunshine State. And with Walt Disney World at its center, it's the fantasy capital of America. See your favorite characters in the Magic Kingdom, or view the future in the Epcot Center, or visit the Kennedy Space Center, home of the space race. This is the American dream.
Very good place to go. Great place to go. Now then. If you're going to win that, I'll show you exactly what you've got to do. First thing is, there'll be 4 categories come up. You choose a category. Then some answers come up. When the answers come up, they look like this, you know, similar screen to before. But now it's a bit different because 6 of those answers are right and 6 of them are wrong. All right? And this is just a demo. This isn't yours. And then I ask you a question. I say, which of these place names exist? You see? I'm asking myself. So now, I push one of these, and it's the same shape on there. This is the screen. It will light up, you see? So I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and I've lit 6 up. So I run over here to the enter button, and I enter the information in the computer. You see? Oh, I've only lit 5, have I?
4.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, dear. See? Right, yes. I've never played before. Yeah, well, I have.
6 now, that's it. That's it.
Oh, dear, yes, it was 5. It was 5. Stop, you're sending me up here. Now, look, we do that. Oh, I've got 4 right, I say to myself. I dash back over here like this, you see? And now, this is the important bit. I've got to deselect one of those before I can reselect one of those, all right? So what I say to myself is, Aber lady doesn't look right. Aber go I don't like. Aber geldin, maybe aber sock, all right? I'll put a sock in it. I come back over here, press that, and I've got 4. Oh, dear. Right. And you've got to keep going backwards and forwards until you have got 6 up there in that bottom left-hand corner, all right? OK, so can I see the categories, please? Categories are Europe, famous actors, politicians, apples.
Politicians, please, Paul.
Politicians? Wow. I hope you know your politics.
So do I.
Yes. You're about to see some answers. What are they? Well, they're politicians, all right. Which of these politicians have been Chancellor of the Exchequer? 6 of them have, 6 of them haven't. You're looking for the ones that have been Chancellor of the Exchequer. You've got a minute to win it. Your time starts now. Go, 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 go. 5. You got 1 wrong. Oh, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. Now that does tell you something. That's gone down to 4. So, no, you've got to deselect it and then reselect it, the one you think was right. Okay, now you've got to deselect another one before you can do that. Deselect one. You got... Go, 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 go. Yes! And you are going to take it to Florida. Wasn't this a good player? Yes. Bye for now.